What's up everyone, TrixRidiculous back with another video, and today we're going to talk about the future of Marvel's Avengers and why I am quickly losing faith in Crystal Dynamics' ability to turn this game around for the better. Before we do, be sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Those are free ways to support the channel and I really appreciate it. So first off, I am not stopping playing or covering Marvel's Avengers. I will be covering and streaming this game until the day it dies. However, there is a lot of talk in the community, and you've probably heard it from other content creators, that this year is the make or break year for Avengers. Avengers really didn't have any competition last year, but this year a lot of games are coming out, including several superhero titles that will really compete with Avengers. Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad are both games that I will personally be covering, as well as many other prominent content creators in the Avengers community will also be covering. And it's not even just those games. Tiny Tina's will be a game I'm covering, and that's coming out in 2 months. Midnight Suns, although that is later in the year, I will be checking that out, and if it does have a good replayable end game, I will probably continue to cover that for the long term. Now, any one of these games could flop, and I've learned to not give any game the benefit of the doubt until we get our hands on it. However, I honestly do not believe Avengers is going to be able to keep up at the rate that they're going. They are hemorrhaging players left and right with every update. Nerfs, even if some nerfs are somewhat justified, they are being implemented in the worst possible way, which also happens to be the easiest on the developer's end. Some of the most prominent Avengers content creators are leaving the game for what are even non-superhero titles. Destiny 2, Fortnite, Call of Duty, these are all games that people are leaving Avengers for. So it doesn't even have to be another superhero game to compete with this. Now, I understand that content creators do not represent any individual user's enjoyment of the game, but I think that if your most loyal and dedicated players are dropping off, how can you expect anyone that's any less invested in this game to also stick around? Now, the biggest thing dropping my faith in this game is the raid. Okay, I actually like the raid when it works. I think it's a good mission. I think it's the best single piece of content that they've put out. However, this last patch was really the nail in the coffin for my hope that they will be able to get themselves to a sustainable working model where they can actually improve the game. Now, I do not claim to be a developer. I'm not a developer, and I don't claim that fixing bugs is easy, right? And of course, I know that Crystal Dynamics and their developers don't want there to be bugs either, right? They obviously don't want that. And this is not a dig at any individual developer, right? I know that the guys and girls, working to fix the bugs, they're doing the best they can, but they're put in an impossible situation. It's really a dig at Crystal Dynamics just as a collective, right? As a company. 2 weeks ago, this raid was an absolute mess of bugs, right? And we finally got word that a patch was coming to address a majority of them. And it was exciting news in the community. However, when it finally came out, not only did it not fix the bugs that it outright said in the patch notes were fixed, but it has added so much more instability and general bugginess to the raid that it's worse than ever before. All right, and this is what really hits home for me, okay? You hear the phrase 1 step forward, 2 steps back all the time, but in the case of Crystal Dynamics, it seems to be 1 step forward, slip on a banana peel, and roll down a hill. Now, obviously, we're all anxiously awaiting the next roadmap for this game, but I can say with no uncertainty that if they continue to fumble again and again, trying to fix the same bugs, the same basic must-work functionality, they're doomed. They're absolutely doomed. I do not anticipate that this rate, that 2022, will have any more content by volume than 2021 did, okay? And if that effort is focused solely into retainable additions to the game, like I mentioned in my last video, if they're adding, characters, raids, horde mode, patrol mode, other, pieces of repeatable end game content, then they might have a shot. But if all of their dev hours, which however many development hours that ends up, being with whatever small of a team they've got working on this, if that ends up just all being poured into a couple of 1 or 2 hour story campaigns and nothing really fundamental about the game changes or the gameplay loop changes, pack it up because they're all done. Join in Progress is never coming. They will consistently be battling the same bugs over and over again, and the game will just keep spinning its wheels until they have lost everybody. I only hope that they can prove me wrong, but unfortunately, I seriously doubt it.